Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Thus making life hell for people of St. Thomas. You could use a finger to carve out shapes and letters on furniture. It's a dust dilemma for residents of Cottage Pen in St. Thomas due to the road work along the 27-kilometer corridor between the Morant Bay Roundabout and Cedar Valley in the parish. The road rehabilitation is part of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, which is slated to end in March 2022. While residents express their appreciation for what they call the much-needed reconstruction valued at approximately $2.7 billion, they question why is it taking so long, while complaining that they are slowly being buried in dust. Norma Hibbert Brown returned to Jamaica in December 2020. Before her gate, a large pile of gravel sits. With the blow of a strong breeze that spells disaster for the returnee, Hibbert Brown reported that it is unbearable. The dust is terrible. It is terrible and they hardly wet the road. When I wake up in the mornings, the state of my veranda is awful. The dust is there. It makes its way inside the house too. No matter how you lock up the place, even when the door is closed, the dust comes in. I can write my name every day on my table in the dust. I have to cover my settee because of the dust. Every day I have to clean. I have to wash down the place, she lamented. I wasn't living here. I came home since December and I didn't know I was coming home to this. The dust is just lying on everything. My grandchildren are affected too. It is just terrible. Hibbert Brown revealed that she is currently planning a doctor's appointment after experiencing a breathing irregularity. This she gives credit to the constant inhalation of dust. Since recently, I feel something in my chest and I have to go to the doctor to find out why my chest is feeling the way how it is feeling. I feel like I have a breathing problem coming on since this roadwork started. The dust is really terrible, especially when the vehicles pass. Depending on how hard they pass through, the place is like a dust cloud. I don't know who to go to. I wrote a letter, but I put it down because I don't know who I am to go to. And it gets worse. The 72-year-old added that the clamor of the tractors every day, paired with the heat, has been maddening. Oh my God, she exclaimed. The noise is horrible every day. Sometimes I don't know what they're doing because they will fix a section and it have to dig up back again. It is terrible, she said. Up to December 2020, under the program, it was reported that the Morant Bay to Cedar Valley construction project was 40% completed. In February, the National Works Agency said major pile laying activities were also involved in the reconstruction of the road, which was restricted to nighttime hours to minimize disruption to the movement of vehicular and pedestrian traffic. Further, 64-year-old Ziggy Empty lives a walk away from Hibbert Brown, and he faces the same plight. Passing by, it appears as though his window have been painted by a dust smear. When the dust rise up, it come hard. No matter how them work and wet it still rise up when the sun gets hot. Them wet it, and then a couple of minutes later, a dust that again. We can't open window ya so. More time, me look on the veranda, me not even bother sweep it off. A beer dust. All inside of the house are just beer dust on the floor, the farmer related. Me have to sweep and a dust down the place all the while. We have to lock up and the place hot. The sun hot up at them place ya. You see ya so, as the sun burn a right ya so it dey. The place dry. But we just have to go and live with the dust for them do what them a do. It no make no sense we talk. It now better, he added, noting that he hasn't had any health implications. Me no have no sickness, but it a rough pan a man we have sinus. Me did have a brethren we come here, and him no stop sneeze, but me can't lie, me no have that problem. Meanwhile, Brian Russell had to halt his house renovation when the road work began. Right now, me have to pause. From them begin the work, me have to pause. Me can't bring in material nor nothing. They are using some temporary bridge, and them bridge they can't carry nothing with weight, like material and them stuff. So it's a big setback, but me have to work with it, he reported. And with an incomplete house infrastructure, he is worried about what could happen in the event of a hurricane. My concern is the hurricane season now and the flooding. Right here, before my house, we had a walkway. We did have ample amount of land out there. You used to walk here, but recently, they demolished the old gully and I try to construct something deeper and firmer. But the time schedule kinda beat we. Also, A deep pit-like hole has been dug in front of his property. Thus, his vehicle has been static for months and there is no space for passage. Due to the whole works, me can't do nothing at all with the car. Me can't drive it out. We just a beg for some urgency upon the work. We can't say nothing more than that. Likewise, 73-year-old Yona Duff has called for more urgency for a faster completion. Every day, them fi wet the road. When you look pon my foot, we have to dip it in a water every minute. Every time we go outside, we have to wet with foot. A bare dust. Bed, window, fridge sheet, everything full of dust. Because of that, sometimes I don't even dust. We dust all 3-4 days and everything look bad. They need to keep the road wet so the dust no come in too much pan we, stated Duff. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.